So Cooper Flagg is starting to figure it out. Again, is he going to be a historically great rookie? No. He won't. Could he be rookie of the year this year? Yeah. He could. I like this year's rookie draft class, but it's going to be one of those weird years where you're not going to see this statistical anomaly at rookie as a rookie of the year. You're not going to... I always said this and I was like, if Cooper or... My whole comparison is I still think my comparison for unbelievable but not historically great rookie of the year is Tyreek Evans. Tyreek Evans in the dead ball, he averaged 25 and 5 in the dead ball era. Tyreek Evans, for me, I'm like, Tyreek Evans had a comparable to LeBron. I don't think LeBron was historically great as a rookie. When we're talking historically great, we're talking about best players on playoff teams. We're talking Carmelo Anthony, who should have won rookie of the year. We're talking Ben Simmons. We're talking Blake Griffin. There for me are these are historically great rookie years. And then after that, you go pre-one and done era. But he's looking good. He's looking good. And look, I've said this again. I think I had a way too early redraft where I had him dropping down to 2. And people are like, oh, he dropped down to 4 or 5. And even I think people are so low on Cooper Flagg because of those point guard games. I also do think that he's just good. I still don't think he's ever going to be the best player on a championship team. Maybe he could be a 1B. I think his impact I think he could be the Michael Jordan of Andre Kirilenko's. But I still think that with how shit everything was going for the Mavs, Cooper Flagg was not the right person with how toxic everything got. But now that Nico's gone, and now it's okay, we might be tearing it down. If you can get a top pick, and if Cooper Flagg can be your number 2 beside it, if you can manage to get Bansta or Peterson, and then Cooper's there beside one of those guys as your number 2, then everything changes. You're like, shit. Cooper Flagg could be the best Robin in the league. And I don't think anyone's questioning that. It's just when he's being compared to LeBron and the best prospect since LeBron and all of this type of stuff, there is a different sort of expectation. But just everything with him, he's real good. He doesn't, it's not that he doesn't have any flaws. He can't really shoot the ball that well. But defensively, he's starting to figure it out. Offensively, he's getting better. Athleticism-wise, he's getting better. And the fact that the Dallas Mavericks are now in tank mode means he's allowed to have bad games because he's going to be inconsistent. He's 18 years old. Everything changes for Cooper Flagg because of the way the Dallas Mavericks are. Everything changes. I think Cooper Flagg becomes an elite. Again, he's coming up against Denny Avdija, who, by the way, I've seen a load of people list their all-stars for this season and not have Denny Avdija. If you don't have Denny Avdija in your West All-Stars, you are a crazy person. You are a crazy person. He is an all-star. And it'll be mad if... I think the only way LeBron's going to make the all-star team is if this is his final year. If this is LeBron James' final season, he might get the Dirk Nowitzki all-star game slot or the Dwayne Wade all-star game slot when we knew it was their final year. And it's man, just give them both all-stars. Give them both all-stars. LeBron won't be in the all-star game based on merit. He won't play enough games. Cooper won't be an all-star either, but he is right now. He's not as good as Denny, but Denny's probably the most comparable player to Cooper Flagg today in the NBA. But Cooper's obviously 18 years old. Now he's taking him on. And look, he outdueled them. He outdueled them. Again, I understand it went to overtime. But they absolutely outdueled the Portland Trail Blazers. While Denny Avdija did have 29 points on 50% shooting, it was Cooper Flagg whose team won. So, it is what it is. And he was the leading scorer on his team. But yeah, it's just all around. He's coming up against Denny right here. Bang, bang, nice hook shot over him. And yeah, I feel like his all-around game is... There's just still no flaws. There's still no flaws in Cooper Flagg's game. I don't think there's ever really been a flaw. I'm excited to see what way Cooper Flagg develops the player. I am still worried that he's very close to his ceiling. And I think that's my one worry with him, is that he was just an early he was like, I understand he's only 18. But like for me, it's one of those things where it's like I just have this weird fear that like Cooper Flagg he developed early. He mentally plays the game like a seasoned vet this young, and there's not as much raw potential in there as some other players, as a Dibansta, as a Boozer. Maybe not even as a Boozer, just as a Dibansta or a Peterson, because if you're taking him over Boozer, I think you're crazy. And also, I find everything talking about high school rankings is really funny. People are like, oh, he was ranked lower than Cam Boozer. It was like, he won USA Men's Player of the Year in 2022. Like, anyone who was following like USA basketball and high school basketball knows that Cooper Flagg was the best player in that class. But there was always people saying, because of Dibansta's physical gifts, that Dibansta had potential to be the better player at the NBA level. Like, I think that's what this is a class that was following for a long time, that 2026 draft class. And obviously Cooper Flagg reclassifying was probably a smart thing, because you got to get out there a year earlier, you're making more money. And to be fair, Dibansta's probably making a shitload of money, and I know, but so did Cooper. But yeah, it's a really interesting one. It's a really interesting one. And we're looking at a guy who is now starting to average three stocks. He's putting up nearly 20 and 10, or 20 and 6 and 7, or 6 and 7 in his last couple of games. Cooper Flagg is a guy who's gonna be a problem for a long time. And I'm still wondering whether or not, when it comes to Cooper, if he is somebody that's going to be in that like borderline generational tier, or whether he's just going to be an Andrei Kirilenko type player. And I think a lot of that is going to come down to who they get. Like, I think if the Dallas, like, I think in basketball, more than people realize is about fit. I think there's a lot of players that maybe look better than they are because of the situation they've been drafted into. And I think that he's not somebody that is going to be the number one option. So I think if Dallas can put players around him, I think Kyrie coming back is going to help him. I think Kyrie coming back is going to help him a lot. And I think also him moving out of that point guard position has helped him a ton. Like, I still feel like him at the point guard really did really struggle a little bit early on. But look, I think he'll figure it out. I think he'll figure it out, and hopefully, when it's all said and done, we're looking at a real good player. But rookie of the year, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know if he'll put up the numbers to win that award. But at the same time, look, he's starting to put up elite numbers all around, and I'm not going to be out here saying that Cooper Flagg can't go and fuck about and win rookie of the year. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That's the video. I'll see you guys.